And we're live. Hey everybody, it is Saturday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Pokemon X Randomized Nuzlocke.
Yeah, Pokemon, yeah!
Still got the soundboard. Joining me this evening, we got Zen.
Hello everybody, Dr. Bun Buns presiding. I am here. I'm ready for the Pokemans. I'm all the things. Oh yeah, Pokemon, yeah.
It's what the soundboard is for. We can just press that as many times as we want.
Yeah, Pokemon, yeah! Yeah, Pokemon, yeah!
And hopefully, Purple Eyes WTF won't hate us. Alright, yeah, Game Show Reviewer might join us later. No guarantees, though. Not a lot to really report on. The Armageddon 2001 script is coming along. It's almost done. This is, surprisingly, for what was supposed to only, for what was supposed to only be 2 issues, there's a lot to cover, and I realized why. Both of those comics are about 60 pages, so it's basically the equivalent of 6 issues. Now, mind you, it's still not going to be like the super longest thing we do, especially because we got like, I think the other events are like 8 issues each, and I think some of those are extra size too, so that's going to be a thing when we get to those other events. But this one that was supposed to be the shortest ended up being fairly longer than I had intended it to be. But hopefully people will be entertained by me finally talking about this comic who I've only discussed tangentially for a while now. Anyway, Zen, are we ready for some Pocket Mans?
I am always ready for the Pokemans. I know there's going to be questions about stuff. Before we begin, I just want to remind people that the spoiler embargo is always still in effect. I have not seen the Batman. No spoilers on the Batman.
I have not seen the Batman either, so especially no spoilers.
I have seen No Way Home, but for those who haven't seen it, you know, we generally try 6 months to a year just in case. But with that being said, we can talk about the reveal of the new gen of Pokemon if you want.
Well, I mean, we can, but there's not much to say. It's a Spanish-themed region. It's supposedly open world in the same way Arceus is, which I think is just people reading a lot into it. And we know what the starters are. Yes, I'm getting the cat. 7 Sarah from 7, last time on Dr. Z and the ASS Team Flare pulled the dumbest raid ever, foiled by them not wanting to carry Pokeball themselves.
Can't you just rob a store, guys? But even still, like even if they had robbed the store, they can still make more Pokeballs. I don't see the what is your plan?
Just steal from the store. Why'd you have to go all the way to the factory? Do you need that fresh Pokeball smell? Yeah, the MSVK premiere is also a spoiler because I haven't seen it yet myself. I haven't had a chance to download it from the Gizmoplex or even log into the Gizmoplex or whatever. So anyway, let's just proceed to the game. We might only go an hour and a half just because I want to like get back on. You'll finish this script up, and there's a lot, and while I'm close to being end, I say I'm on page 45, 46 out of 56 for issue 2. You know, there's still probably a lot to cover. Also, Lewis, it's Spain like the country, not Spanish the language. Fair enough.
Nobody expects the Spanish Sprigatito.
Joseph Allen, here's a hot take. The biggest mistake Zack Snyder made in Watchmen was buying into and then legitimizing Rorschach's conspiracy theory horse crap. I can believe that. Anyway, let's get back to Dr. Z's exciting adventure. I can't remember what we captured last time. Like, we captured something before the end of the stream.
I know it was Legendary City. There was a lot of legendaries as far as I...
Go ahead.
As far as I saw in that archive episode.
Yeah, there was a lot of legendaries.
Also, yes, I have seen the Sprigatito Despacito meme. It is amazing. I love it. 7 Seraphim 7. We also learned more about Luis and Viga's personal lives. Oh yeah, that I think most of us wanted to. Also, I must have the adorable grass kitty in my life now. We caught a Lickitung.
You learned nothing. You learned jokes. Oh, Ludwig, that's disappointing.
Oh, my poor baby. Give me back my Litwick. I must have it.
Give me back my Litwick.
And I'm sorry if I seem a bit loud tonight, guys. For those who don't know, I was trying to record 2 nights ago, and all of a sudden, my audio wasn't coming in. It appears something went wrong with my Phantom Power unit. I had to get an like an XLR cable. I think it's because the cats chewed on them. But I'm using the internal mic on my computer, and I'm sorry if I come in bad.
Big Box, better abridged series, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Dragon Ball Z. They are both good, just very different sorts of abridged series. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a lot more meta than Dragon Ball Z abridged. Because they're much more self-referential. Sure, DBZ abridged would throw in a lot more multiple Litwicks. Would throw in more like casual references that would be known by fans. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is super self-referential to the fact that they are a show.
I seem to be having control of the volume of my voice.
Mike Manhattan, hey, here's something you're not going to believe. During the making of Tim Burton's Batman 2, of the choice in casting Batman was Alec Baldwin and freaking Steven Seagal. It's important to remember that both those people used to be really, really super huge stars. And things changed. And if you get that last $1 super chat.
Yep, I'm working on it. Patrick Caulfield. Due to Supernatural, I took a break on Doctor Who. I'm still only at Genesis of the Daleks. However, I deeply enjoyed your Legopolis review. Also, Zen, how crazy is it that One Piece is about to be 25 years old? I'm old.
Body Spray Man, I started my own red Nuzlocke and about to face Misty. Would you or Zenith want any Pokemon named after you in the future? Any preferences? I'm fine with anything.
Any ghost types? I'm a ghost fire type gym leader, so anything cute, ghostly, fiery is good.
And of course, good luck. Captain Adventure 1983, I finally read Batman The Long Halloween and really liked the comic. What changed your opinion of Batman The Long Halloween? Also, praise the Helix. Just me rereading it. It could have been years since I reread it. It's fine. I don't think it's like the super best thing ever that a lot of people do, but it's not bad.
Locuus, Batman, this, Batman, that. When will we get an adaptation of Zoo Batman? You know what? I'm just waiting for Spider-Man to make a comeback. And we are caught up.
I'm a little low. Well, I don't know what else I can really do. I mean, I've boosted my volume. My microphone settings are there. I don't know what else to say to you guys.
It's just because I'm loud. It's
Here, I'll reduce your volume and see if that helps.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe. It's all about a balancing act with this.
Benjamin Hall, you ever read Kirby's Dingbats of Danger Street?
No. Never heard of it.
But, sorry, blame my cats. Chiaki chewed on my wires. I need to figure out a fix for that. It's looking like that's the issue because the soundboard adapter lights up and worked, and the Phantom Power lit up and worked. It just, for some reason, the microphone wasn't getting Phantom Power, which means that it was at 12% volume, meaning you couldn't hear anything.
Oh, good. Might actually still be okay, considering I'm pretty sure it's part steel.
Cobalion.
Which means a power-up punch.
Is that a legendary?
Yes.
Is that the Kyurem and the Swords of Justice? Or...
Yeah, it's one of the Swords of Justice.
Okay. Good.
Well, that did a lot.
But...
Come on, one more power-up punch.
Oh, by the way, I have, for those in the chat, I have gotten Pokemon Legends Arceus, but no spoilers. As soon as I get my microphone operating normal again, okay, I'm going to be streaming a blind run-through of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't want anything spoilers, but it'll be a rent stream because, update, I'm going back to school. I'm going into this program that is for people on EBT. It's this academy where you can go in and it's free, 2 years of college and 5 months, and I'm in the medical administration assistance program. I just need to figure out what I'm doing for rent up until then, but it's a guarantee to get in, and I also aced my entrance exam. I got 100% perfect score on the reading comprehension, and I got near perfect on writing, so I'm doing good in that regard. I just need to figure out what I'm doing for rent, but Dr. Bun Bun's presiding. Alright.
Patrick Caulfield, hoping Gen 9 villains will be like Team Skull and Yell. I know Yell wasn't as interesting, but I still like him over Flare, Galactic, and Plasma. I just want villains that have reasonable motives. I would like something different, if at all possible. I mean, I love Team Skull, but it's time to break away from that. Let's have something different, not try to keep replicating the same formula over and over. I like Team Plasma as villains, I should say.
Like, I would like a team that is a credible threat and that has a good backstory, but you know,
that bill.
It really depends on what you're looking for.
Hey, Water, we can get another friend. If it weren't for a certain benefactor of mine, I wouldn't be a Pokemon Ranger today. Good for you. Zidfell, I'm hyped for the Sentinels of the Multiverse Rock City expansion. Also, congratulations, Bun Bun.
Thank you. Soon I will be Miss Dr. Professor Zenith Warrior Ghost Bunny Princess Italian, whatever other titles I have.
Big Boct, we hope to see you again, is saying, we hope your Pokemon get their asses kicked. T. William CA, loved your review, especially the opening. Applause to all involved in making it. By the way, would you do Big Finish in the future? Yes, I most certainly would. In fact, I think I said this on the Discord. I've decided that next year, instead of Secret Origins Month in 2023, we will have Doctor Who Month. Because it's 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. And so, I have plans. Sacred Sword, hell yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I'm swapping out Power-Up Punch.
Khalil Frederick. I'd like to toss out a rec for Strange Academy. I think it introduces some fun new characters, though I'm still iffy on the point of view character. Love Dormammu's son, also fun Magic community interactions. And Benjamin Hall will send you a copy of that Jack Kirby story. Okay.
I didn't even realize you were talking about a Jack Kirby thing. I thought you were talking about like Kirby the pink video game character.
Kirby with the mouthful mode. Kirby the car.
Kirby the car. Actually, let's swap
a platypus.
out to
Kirby the platypus.
Kirby the platypus.
I've also been watching a lot of Phineas and Ferb in the background, like a couple episodes a day. And God, I love the episode where, like, Perry the Platypus just goes in and borrows Norm, and he's just like, yeah, just it's fine, I'm going back to bed. Just, not a scratch, Perry. And he just gives him a thumbs up. They're such best buds. I love it.
All right, why don't you? There's some super chats above that I can't see, so if you could get those, I'd appreciate it.
7 Seraphim 7. I'd like another Team Rocket style evil group, just crooks who do crimes because they want money, power, just because they're crooks who want money and power. I would like that.
I'm laughing because one of the cats was just scratching at the door.
And no, I have not played the demo. Also, Dipper says hi. Dipper has been the cuddliest little fiend ever lately because Cody has been away for a while, and he misses Cody, so he's been vigorously demanding attention, and I love him.
Come on, fish! Bite the rod!
One RHPS fan, James A. Miles here. Am I late for the Atop the Fourth Wall Doctor Who Logopolis rap party?
Is it really a rap party when it's like 3 or 4 days later?
I mean, I guess.
SK Agent Video Productions. Who's on first? The Doctor. Doctor Who. Yes.
Yes. Third base.
The Duke. Have you seen the first scene of Marvel's What If? Oh, God! And as though you have a favorite episode, I have seen half of the first season of What If. We have not watched past the Marvel Zombies episode. Not because we were, like, disgusted by it or anything. We just haven't had a chance to do it to watch anything more.
Alright.
Oh, dear. Like, I did not program the randomizer to do this!
Moltres, all the legendaries. It's good to have a Gen 1 legendary, though.
We already have Mewtwo.
I mean, yeah, but still, like, the birds are cool.
Go Jamie Gira, saw a stupid tweet. Someone wants Superman Evil next movie because it's more honest depiction of someone with that kind of power. We need to believe again. Not that a man can fly, but that a man can be powerful and good. Yeah, yeah, anyone who says it like that's what people would really do with that they must be the most... Take that cynicism and bury it.
Like, it's a possibility, but it's not the only possibility. It's like, yeah, people with power can abuse it, but sometimes people just want to do good. I am a bunny, and I just want to do good in the world.
Like, just rewatch my Action Comics number 775 review is all I'm saying.
I am a
chucking
bunny.
Balls, like, we're like 28 levels ahead of it.
I love this.
It'll die with a confusion, I just know.
Zidfell, also, I feel like the Doctor's death was boring. He just went squish.
I mean, all the build up to it. I mean, not every Doctor has to die for being shot or something.
New type
confusion, this is probably still gonna beat it.
New type JB Lee, on your Logopolis review, thoughts on Adric, because he is a very unpopular character, and it's interesting you didn't have any complaints about him in your episode.
I don't know if it was you or someone else who commented the same thing on the thing, and I replied to that, and I'll say the same thing I said there. Adric is perfectly fine most of the time. He as a character, he is up and down. Sometimes he's annoying, and sometimes he's just okay. And Logopolis is one of the stories, and especially his early stories with in Logopolis and whatnot. He's perfectly fine. He's asking good questions. He's he's being useful. He's not a load. He's just there, and it's good. So yeah, there certainly are episodes where Adric is an annoying little prat. Is Pratt the right word? I feel like I was using the wrong word there.
I'm not sure.
There are times he's an annoying little douchebag, but most of the time he's fine. Or at least, early, his early appearances in Doctor Who. And even then, even in State of Decay, where he was slightly more annoying, you could argue it's just a matter of him actually trying to be deceptive and being too good at it.
Gornziax, you know what what show you might love, Zen? The Legend of Vox Machina. I don't know anything about it. I hear it's good.
Keep forgetting we have quick balls. Probably should have tossed that.
But what was the one that, like, Harry Sullivan? At least Edric isn't Harry Sullivan.
Harry Sullivan is annoying in a kind of different way. Also, yay, we caught Moltres. Need some nicknames for a Moltres.
Names for Moltres.
Pratt instead of Pratt. That's right, that one a-hole. Okay, so, Harry Sullivan, most of the time, they played him up as a kind of slightly snooty, kind of slightly aristocratic, I say.
Ooh, hot wings. Hot wings is good.
Hot wings is good. Azula, KFC, Jean Grey, hot wings.
Marco. Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know if that'd fit.
Sparkler Burb, Plasma Duck, Fire Chicken, Flame Bear,
Sanders. What's wrong, Sanders? Chicken.
We'll go with hot wings. I do like hot wings.
Hot wings in honor of Final Fantasy.
I was going with in terms of the food.
Oh, well, see, hot wings. I think they were referencing some Call Me Johnny because in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, they called the Phoenix Hot Wings.
T. William CA, by the way, thanks for slipping in a joke about the death of Sylvester's doctor. Maybe you could do that story. Yeah, the 1996 TV movie. Perhaps I shall. Although, while the episode itself wasn't super popular to the point of like, doing gangbusters like some other stuff, it did do well enough that I'm definitely going to do another Patreon viewers poll, and it's probably going to be for the Doctor Who month next year. 1 hour HBS fan, also Adric wasn't Turlo.
Drakenmensch, Solar Flare. Hadric was Wesley Crusher before Wesley Crusher, and Will Robinson was Hadric before Hadric. Changed my mind.
I think you mean Adric.
Yeah.
It starts with an A. Sneasel and Myena. Yeah, that should be easy. Although,
yeah.
Gilgamesh, might want to swap her out.
Hot wings really gets you going.
Also, let's try out our luchador now has a sword.
Warms you up when you feel slow and... God, I feel old now. Just think, that was over 10 years ago.
Yeah, we're old.
New type JB Lee. Do you think Adric had better chemistry with the 4th Doctor compared to how he was with the 5th? Because it seems his unpopular moments is more with the 5th Doctor era.
I would agree. I think part of the problem is that the Doctor... Wow, Ice Punch. Good. We're still good. A lot of the problem comes from the fact that I feel like the 4th Doctor was definitely more of an authority figure. He was older. He came across like he knew a lot, and he was, came across his wisdom, even if he could be flippant at times. Versus the 5th Doctor, who was much nicer and much younger, closer probably to Adric's age in terms of appearance-wise.
Speaking to Todd Riverdin's comment, not a super chat, but in the 70s, we could be idealists, but the 80s, it's too expensive.
In the 70s, we could be idealists, but today, it's too expensive. Watch Megaforce, or watch Allison's review of Megaforce she did with me.
Megaforce. Megaforce.
The touching love theme of Megaforce. Oh,
Mike,
God.
Man, I am a bunny, and you'll regret this. Oh, it's a Mew. Nice.
So many many freaking legendaries. I'm so tired of all the legendaries.
We all live in a legendary world.
Legendary. And any, like, dark or ghost moves.
Gonna be the greatest master of them all.
Luchados has added. Okay, well. Now, Gilgamesh needs to level up.
Mew mew. Mew mew.
Power trick.
Goran ZX waiting on Super Chat.
It's Mew 1.
Cat. I'm a kitty cat, and oh god, it burns.
Next Nuzlocke, why would I have the randomizer not use legendaries? No, fighting legendaries is just part of the experience of the randomizer. It's just, for some reason, this one in particular has really emphasized the legendaries, which is hilarious considering we didn't even get one as a starter, like we have in all the previous Nuzlocks.
Gordon ZX, you want to feel old? Anyone else remember the Numa Numa song? Oh god.
I remember. Well, actually, Numa Numa song. I do remember that. For some reason, I was conflating it with something else.
Also, Don Fan Games, Suede hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, he's changing things around.
Yeah,
but
if you are a member of his Patreon, you can check out what he's doing behind the scenes to try to continue Pokemon Journey without having to actually use footage.
Yeah, basically going the Zen route. I use mostly stills and whatnot. He's going the puppet route.
Like, legitimately making puppets, and honestly, for basic ass things for what he's doing, they look pretty good, and I think it's going to be very entertaining once he finishes it all up.
Yep. In the meantime, though, I'm working on something interesting. So I'm not going to fully spoil what I'm doing, but I've been wanting to make Let's Plays for a long time. I just haven't been able to figure out a proper format, and every single time I've run into something that kind of was an issue. But I'm bringing Bun Plays back, and the first episode has been scripted, and I just need to get my my microphone set up to do it. Essentially, I'm trying to do a more educational, informative Let's Play. But if you don't like that, it's still going to be entertaining. It's the best way I can describe it is, if you're a fan of PlayFrame, they do a great job with their Let's Plays. I'm trying to take that energy. So I hope you like it, but we're going to be doing the first Bun Plays on a game that you guys may have heard of at some point, and it'll be soon. But the first episode is scripted, and I just need to record it.
Mike Manhattan, a Catwoman heist film directed by Steven Soderbergh of the Oceans trilogy. Yay or nay? Also, have you thought about doing a retrospective on Image Comics since it's the 30th anniversary? No. I don't have enough of I don't really. Again, I feel like I have to repeat this every single time with the retrospectives. I only do them on ones that have a nostalgic or emotional connection to me as I was coming up as a comic book fan. Image Comics does not hold that kind of distinction with me. SKH's Video Productions, if you remember pre-YouTube and Newgrounds, you're old. Yeah?
Yeah, I remember those dark days. I was born in an age where we did...
Ago. Oh, holoclip received.
Back when we didn't know what YouTube was.
According to Professor Sycamore's research, Mega Evolution releases all of a Pokemon's hidden energy at once. The Pokemon then exhibits a level of power it could not attain through ordinary evolution. What meaning can we draw from this? Do all people in Pokemon have such potential, or is it hidden within a chosen few? Why did you call me?
I just want to talk about the beauty and destruction and
you
Team
are spare
Flare.
parts, aren't you, bud?
Go JB Jira, to quote Robert Caro on Power, regarding my comment on Superman, power doesn't always corrupt. Power can cleanse. What I believe is always true about power is that power always reveals.
Yep, that's the quote. Type JB Lee, should Nissa, the girl from Trocken, have been the sole companion with Fifth? Because it seems like she had better chemistry with Fifth, unlike Tegan and Adric. Tegan had plenty of chemistry with him.
I think he's a villain, guys. Did I mention I'm not a villain?
Want to see the scary side of the fairy type? I'll show you.
Oh no, it's scary.
This is the only social interaction that I get. Please don't take this from me. Oh, God! Why all the legendaries?
It's a Heatran. God, I just...
1 hour HPS fans, I thought you were old. I thought you were old if you remember cartoons on Saturday morning. That also counts. Why? Why?
I didn't realize Heatran was a fairy type. Is this the human condition of madness?
Is this the human condition of madness, leader? It is.
Why are there so many legendaries?
It is the word of Landru.
Is Heatran of the body?
You're not of the body!
Jared Alstein just joined. What happened? I'm annoyed because we've fought like nothing but legendaries this stream.
And last stream. I mean, we got a Heatran, we got a Mew, we got a Moltres. Space is warped and time.
When you complain about the constant legendary counters, we got paid for each one. No, but
we're not getting paid.
But I'm not getting paid for it. Beldum. Okay, see, Beldum's not a legendary. It's a pseudo-legendary. Why not just use that? It is Steel Psychic, so actually Luchados wouldn't be great on it. Yeah, keep Steam Gate out. I mean, it's still just a Beldum, but, like, why take a chance?
Take a chance and make it happen. Pop a cork.
Then again, it only supposed to know one move. And its one new move apparently is Headbutt. Alright, Luchados. Zero Ryoko, all the rotten luck. Aw, rats.
SKHS.
Productions. Here we see a Wild Lewis breaking live. Soon the sounds of Combine Harvesters will start, and then for some reason they'll start holding a Weedle. What, you mean like this?
'Cause I got a brand new Combine Harvester, and I'll give you the key.
Why am I holding a Weedle instead of the comic?
This is why I have the soundboard, just so we can have the Combine Harvester break music whenever you need it.
To be fair, there are a lot of legendaries.
There are, and this is Gen 6, but still, like, come on. It feels like the randomizer is picking on us. 1 hour HBS fan is the attack of the legendary Pokemon, and it loses the impact when you keep having to do it again and again and again and again. Now, there is another route down south that we should probably explore, as well as, I think there's some ruins over here, too. Did you hear the voice, too? That's why you're here, right? Uh-huh.
I see dead people.
Todd Riverdale, hey Lewis, now COVID is finally calming down. Have you thought about doing any appearances at conventions or whatnot? Okay, no it isn't. COVID is still a thing. We're still having thousands of people dying or infected every single day. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise.
Variants.
Get vaccinated, get masked. That being said, the increasing amount of people who are vaccinated makes it so it's a little easier and a little safer to do conventions. A little bit, as long as the convention is still operating with restrictions in place. Like, for instance, no BrandCon, which I will be attending this April. I'll make a more formal announcement of it later on, but yes, I will be doing a convention in late April.
But yeah, make no mistake, it's not dying down. It's the Omicron is still there.
All of COVID is still here. It is still a thing.
Buddy Sprayman, episode title: Legendary Tsunami. Let's see. Go JB Dira. Too many legendaries. I'm trapped in Gen 4 again.
But I'm
too many
that's the other
cooks.
problem. Gen 4 introduced like a crap ton of legendaries.
I blame too many cooks.
Why do you blame too many cooks?
Because there's too many cooks. There's too many cooks.
That's an odd reference to make, then, is all I'll say.
Well, he said too many legendaries.
Fair enough. That being said, actually, I've been watching a lot of Nightmind. It's a YouTube series that recaps a bunch of, like, scary stuff, usually, like, ARGs and horror internet series, analog horror, that kind of thing. And I looked at a bunch of the stuff they did for Adult Swim's horror content, like This House Has People in It, and unedited footage of a bear. Made by the same people who made Too Many Cooks.
By the way, we're fighting a Durant, and, I just gotta say my favorite band is Durant.
I would not be surprised if they slip in a reference to Durant at some point in one of the games.
Gorn ZX. If you remember Club Penguin, you're old. If you remember RuneScape, you're old. Or if you remember, God, what's the name of the MMO that I used to play? God, it was real good, and I forgot the name of it. God damn it. It's not RuneScape, but it was like... It was very chibi.
I could not tell you, sorry.
I forget. I completely forget. It's not Toontown. It was more recent, and I think it's still going on, but it was free to play. Not Ultima.
I love when a Pokemon uses Curse right at the end like that when they've already been damaged. So basically they just, defeat themselves.
Maple Story, that's the one I used to play. Maple Story, I love Maple Story.
Alright, there is a route to the south we'll check out so we can get some more friends, but first let's heal up in the new town, which, if I'm not mistaken, is either this or the next town where we can get Thunder. Why, hello, Zeta!
Is Maple Story still going on? I don't know.
How have you been? How's your journey going? You see, when I was younger, I visited many different regions as well. I met many kinds of Pokemon and noticed how each place has its own distinct flavors, so I really came to enjoy trying new foods as I traveled. Because of my adventures, I'm an expert on the cafes all over Kalos. That's what my degree is in!
Oh no, he's gonna be like that trainer in friggin' in Black and White, all just gonna make nothing but food puns the entire time.
Professor? Come now, Dexio, I'm going somewhere with this. So anyway, have you thought about becoming a bartender instead, Dr. Z? You remember the Pokemon Lysander mentioned in that cafe? Yeah? Wonderful! I knew you would. Kalos' legendary Pokemon is called Xerneas. According to material I've read, those who saw it were so overwhelmed by its power that they were only able to say that this Pokemon resembled the letter X. Cool. Apparently, this Pokemon can control energy. It gives life energy to plants and Pokemon and makes them full of vitality again. Whatever do you think a Pokemon that amazing could be now? When Kalos' legendary Pokemon loses all of its vitality, it goes to sleep in a secret place. I know this because shut up. New type JB Lee, what's wrong with 80s Doctor Who? Because it's a very troubled era. What went wrong with 80s Doctor Who? Because it's a very troubled era. Is it John Nathan Turner's fault? Is it the BBC due to them trying to bury the show? There's a few things at play here. John Nathan Turner is certainly a contributing factor to it. SF Debris once described the problem as he liked to take risks, but he didn't know when to stop taking risks. And of course, like you said, later on, the BBC itself was trying to bury the show because I think it was Michael Grade, I think, was the guy in charge who hated it.
Oh, apparently Maple Story is still going on.
I don't have any clue where it could be. The part of Xerneas will be played by an Elekid. The writings that mention it are also around 1,000 years old, so they aren't much help. It would be absolutely astounding if you found it, Zeta. Maybe I'll look into the legend a bit. If I find something, I'll let you know. Ha ha ha! Oh, it'll be a thrill if you found it indeed. But your journey is yours and your Pokemon's alone. I want you to enjoy yourself and do whatever you'd like. I mean, I'm trying to, but then professors keep showing up, and then weird old guys I meet in cafes keep calling me. Daniel Bryant, would it be funny if I commissioned Jeff Sr., artist for the Marvel G2 Transformers comics, to draw the gold and silver starters in his style, i.e. a double Generation 2 joke? It would be funny to me. I don't know if it would be funny for anyone else.
For those wondering, Maple Story is an MMO. It's like a 2D sprite-based MMO. I used to play it all the time. It's really good.
Is the professor gone already? I was hoping to have him have a look at my Pokedex in person. Oh well, I can still get my Pokedex evaluated at Pokemon Center's PC. Anyway, I'm heading off to go look for Pokemon in the Frost Cavern and fill up more of my Pokedex. Okay, you do that. I'm gonna go heal up and see if we have the No, it's Anastar City that has it. It's the city after this one where we can get the TM for Thunder.
Ooh, and I just got word that apparently instead of Tuesday, my XLR cord is going to arrive tomorrow, so I might be able to record the Bud Plays tomorrow. Here's hoping that fixes the issue.
Fingers crossed.
And next time, kiddies, no chompers. That means you, Chiaki. I'm watching you.
Go JBG, just so everyone knows, I've checked and eShop is shuttering next year in March, with Pokebank being free for the remaining time before it ends. That time has not been determined. Yeah, so you still have time to get everything you need from the eShop, which is good. Considering
we still have quite a bit of time.
Because I think I'm gonna do a proper playthrough of all the Gen 1 and 2 games. Try to fill out the Pokedex on all of them. Zero Ryoko, this professor sounds like he's trying to sound like Picard from Dune and Excalibur. They shall come all for violence. So let's see if we can explore those ruins real quick.
Icon, I'm watching you. No shenanigans with cords anymore.
And a horde.
Where's the Alliance when you need it?
This would be a good leveling up opportunity. What the hell, let's try. Let's see how badly this could go. Let's lose Luchador again.
How dare. Ooh, nice. Bye, Rhydon.
And they're more than half of our level.
Listen, we have the likes of which even God hasn't even seen. Here's the thing, Densetsu. My cats aren't averse to water. Like, they don't mind when I spritz them with water. So, like, I can't use them as a deterrent. The only thing that's a deterrent to Chiaki is, like, a spray can of, like, Glade, but I don't want to do that because that's not really good around cats. She also doesn't like the can of air, but, like, it's hard to get them to understand no, because Chiaki's semi-feral.
Damn
it. The Fusion Warrior, do you think Kalos will be the Kanto post-game of Scarlet and Violet?
I don't know how it would be, but that would be fun. It'd be nice to have any kind of post-game region again.
The only thing that I have been looking into is reinforcing my cords. All my cords are braided, except for the aux cable that plugs into my headphones, which they don't sell them in braids, and the XLR cable. So I'm trying to get a pet protector thing to put around it. But I'm moving right now, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till after I move.
That one a-hole. Hey, Lewis, which do you prefer, Dune 1984 or Dune 2021? I haven't seen Dune 2021, and the thing is, I enjoy 1984 Dune mostly as a bad movie. I enjoy it ironically. I don't enjoy it as a movie. As a movie itself, it's actually really bad. But it's fun bad. It's something I can enjoy watching, and it's heavily quotable.
I haven't seen any Dune, so I'm just over here just saying walk with that rhythm, and Usul we have Wormsign likes which God
Wormsign likes it, which even God has never seen.
See, that works because I've seen Tremors, and I get the idea. Although I haven't seen Tremors 1, I've seen Tremors 3, and that's it.
You should watch the original Tremors, it's a good movie. copying everyone else's moves. Alright, let's drill peck the Hoppip. At least
Gordon
none of them were
ZX.
legendaries.
Gordon ZX, what do you think is the most WTF moment in the Final Fantasy games? Probably like the giant concert, but that's like one of my favorite moments. So I'm just like, it's hard to say because Final Fantasy is built on fantasy. Like, you kind of have to suspend your belief. Oh, I know what the biggest WTF is. The time loop in Final Fantasy 1 makes no goddamn sense. I defeated you twice, and you sent me back in time to send me forward in time, and oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. Time loop does not work. Fruity
Jamie
Groove.
Kira, June 2021 is good, but there was a bit of with a Sadakar ritual where someone was a throat singing that made me laugh because it sounded like he was burp singing.
Fruity Groovy. So out of the 3 Gen 9 starters, which is your favorite? Mine is Fuecoco because of the perfect pepper-shaped pout. It is Sprigatito because it's cute little weed cat and it fills out the team, but also it sings Despacito and it's amazing. Sprigatito is my baby.
We love Sprigatito.
It's the first time I've wanted a grass starter.
Is the Lost Hotel. I think there is, you can still catch something in here. I don't remember if there's grass, but there is, I think, like, trash cans you can look into and Pokemon will appear. Oh no, it's just Pokemon disappearing. Hey, Kaluna! You can join in if you want. We got a Liepard, finally! Something we can catch that's not a legendary!
Liepard, also space is warped and time is bendable. That is true. Sir Straw Hat, I'll tell you what the biggest WTF moment was in my mind. The damn novella and audio drama from Final Fantasy X.
Ah, the healing bees. Alright, you should hop on Skype. That's where we tend to do this. I'll explain why when you get into the chat, why we do it on Skype.
Hop in on Skype.
The power of healing bees. Alright, come on. Don't die, Liepard. God bless it.
Bees. My god.
Well, never mind. I tried. It's a cat filled with bees. No, it's a bird filled with bees. Alright, well, there's still this route to the south we can check. There we go. Route 16. Melancholy Path. I'm pretty sure... Do we have strength? We should have strength. We teach strength too. Luchados.
I'm looking forward to all Event Comics because Event Comics Month is awesome.
Well, give up on moving it. We'll go grab Arc Reactor. Here we go. Healing bees. Not the bees! Ah!
And now I'm reminded of the superpower they added in BioShock at the last minute. It's just because they thought it was cool. It's like they put in the trailer because they thought it was cool. They weren't going to put it in, but it's like the power to shoot bees out of your hands. My god.
You should always have that power in a game. Right, adding Kaluna. Now, give on learning strength. We'll go back, grab Arc Reactor, and just have them use strength.
Hi, Kaluna.
Hi.
Kaluna, how are you doing?
I'm good. I just got back from D&D.
Yay.
Well, right now we are just trying to catch some Pokemon that are not legendaries because we keep catching legendaries.
Apparently, we can also delete cut in here.
Oh,
Delete
neat.
cut.
We actually can. Yeah, we can. Excellent. Who do we teach cut to? I can't even remember now.
Guys, nobody died except for Liepard, but we didn't catch it, so it's okay.
Well, should I not have Dom come in then? Because he's asking if he...
Oh, Dom can come in too. Let me just, I'll add him in.
Dom's allowed.
We broke Dom's curse a while ago.
Alright, I'll add him. Hang on.
Alright, who should we swap?
It's been a while since we've said hi to the Dom.
We'll let Gilgamesh have a break here. Who has cut? Okay, so Arc Reactor is the one who knows cut. Wait, does it not know strength? Who the hell had strength?
I don't think we've gotten strength yet, did we?
We have strength. I don't think we taught it to anybody. Hey, Dom.
Evening all.
Hi, Dom.
Hey, how's it going?
Go JBGra. Hi, Kaluna. How the heck are you and your cute voice? What's your favorite Gen 9 starter?
Gen 9 is that the newest one?
Yes. That's the one that just announced.
I like Weed Cat. Weed
They're
Cat's good.
all really cute.
Yeah. We have Weed Cat. We have Donald Duck with Zeta Flare, and we have Angry Pepper.
I mean, I really like the fire types. They're always my favorite. I don't know. The grass cat might be the first time that I don't choose the fire starter, but I still really like the fire starter.
Don't get strength until Silage City, which
he's so goofy. I love his grin.
We have strength.
I mean, like I like all of them. They're all really, really cute.
Town map. Okay, move reminder, move deleter is in here. I just need to find out where the hell the move deleter is.
We're still on X and Y?
Yep.
Cool.
We just got back with a message from Lysanderoth, who's definitely not a villain.
You swap out, put Arc Reactor back into the party screen.
You don't get strength until Silage City.
We have strength. We passed Silage City.
Okay.
So which game is this?
X and Y.
Pokemon X and Y.
Ah.
That's right. I'm the move deleter.
Also, welcome to the legendary stream. We ran into 3 legendaries so far.
Today.
With Pokemon Y, that's got some excellent, like, who's on third potential. Like, I don't know, I just wanted to know.
Hi, pretty girl. I know you. She's a pretty little kitty. My cat is mad because I've been out all day.
Everyone's
like,
cats are just around today.
Well, also, like, the store cat hung out with us a lot today, so... because the local board game shop has 2 cats that live in the store. One's named Mr. President, and he is the sweetest baby, and he loves me very much, and he kept asking me for head boops, and he even gave me kisses, so he's a good boy.
Never mind, Arc Reactor can't learn strength.
Dipper has been aggressively begging for cuddles all day because he misses his human. So I have been aggressively cuddling him back, and he's a very good orange boy. I love him.
Yeah, Miss Autumn is very demanding.
We'll bring in Calicula for a little bit to see if maybe, because Calicula should be able to learn strength.
Okay, super chats. Go JBGera. I love Fuecoco. It's Croc that's also a pepper, suggesting that the starter line is based on spices and food. Also, the chance to have a Pepper Godzilla for Final Evo is too good of a thing to resist.
To confide.
I have a feeling it's gonna turn into a ghost pepper.
Ghost pepper would be amazing. Oh my god, I would so get it.
It looks like the part that everyone kept confusing the apple for. I feel like it looks like a skull.
That would be so great to have a ghost fire type.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be ghost fire or maybe dark fire again. But
yeah, I seem to be rotating through like ghost fighting and
I swear, not again.
Ghost fighting and dark more often, and for as the secondary type for starter evolutions. At least it feels that way.
And next we have Dartherian. So how do we think Quaxley will evolve? Pirate, Matador, Don, Quaxode?
Put that in. Calicula will put you back away again now. Thank you for your service.
I'm trying to remember, because I always forget like what the final evolutions look like, because like generally the babies are all cute. There's always like a mean one, a pretty one, and a sassy one. That's generally how they turn out.
I do love the sassy ones. Sassy one's awesome.
I'm gonna guess that Quaxley's gonna become the sassy one. So I'm thinking like it's gonna look like a prince or a noble or like a swashbuckler, like musketeer. That'd be my guess.
I'm hoping for Common Rider Duck.
Operations, we're gonna be catching something, so into the recruits box.
So
all right.
I'm thinking Sprig. The cat will be pretty, the pepper will be big and scary, and the duck will be sassy. That's my general expectation.
Sassy
Good point.
duck.
We can now teach Arc Reactor Thunderbolt.
Yay!
Yay!
We finally got rid of Cut.
With all the nicknames, I have I have no idea who any of these Pokemon are.
It's part of a Nuzlocke. You absolutely have to give them nicknames, so that way they because you're more emotionally invested in them.
Oh no!
Because you fight them, and thus you fight that much harder to keep them alive.
But then feel so much more pain when they die.
Yeah, it was very painful when my Litwick died, and because we named it after stuff. It was my baby.
All right, we're gonna keep Arc Reactor out for the time being, but we might bring them back in now because they actually have a proper electric move. We had to swap it out because Heliolisk does not learn any moves after it evolves.
Seems like a design flaw.
Just a bit. That being said, let's bring out Betty Why Not, put her up front, because we're going to try to catch something on a route.
Gordon's X, for Dominic Luna, what do you think is the most WTF Final Fantasy moment?
Ooh.
I have never played a Final Fantasy game.
Oh, that's a hard question for Heather. Oh.
There's a lot.
That could be a couple. You could take that a couple of different ways.
All right, new friend. It's a pincer.
Yay.
Let me think about it. Let me give me a second. Let me think.
Someone explain all of Final Fantasy to me in the meantime so I can make a decision. Start from the beginning.
So imagine if Final Fantasy is Dungeons and Dragons for Final Fantasy 1, and they wanted to make a D&D game, but they wanted to take Dragon Quest as well. So they made a little bit of a mix and match, but they eventually turned it into Fight the Empire, Destroy God. That's what the game boils down to. Eventually turns into people singing concerts to save the world and traveling all over the world and trying to destroy time. It gets crazy.
Okay.
Sure, no soft boiled, so this might take a while.
Let me think. There's a couple, because it kind of depends on what you mean. Because the first time you play Final Fantasy VI, assuming that you don't know what's going to happen from cultural osmosis, finding out that Kefka is the villain is insane.
And the fact that he destroys the world?
Yeah, the fact that he technically wins. Like finding out that he's the villain and then seeing his crazy sprite is nuts. Yeah, that. If you don't already know, if you're unaware of Kefka and how he eventually becomes so fucking scary, that's up there.
I just remembered I played the first couple, the first 2 minutes of 10. So I'm as far as I'm aware, it's a sports game. It's zero gravity beach ball.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong because Blitzball is a large part of the game.
All right, cool. So that's my favorite moment is when the Blurns Ball people won the championship match with the help of the
JB Lee. You feel John Byrne has joined the same camp as Frank Miller, aka creators who became more controversial and less good in their later years? And the answer is yes, especially because John Byrne is super transphobic.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Daniel Brandt, am I wrong in thinking that the newest fire type starter looks like a distant relative to the Bubble Bobble dragons?
No, you're not wrong at all. I see the connection.
I think 7, finding out that a lot of Cloud's memories are in fact Zack's.
Yeah, that was a big WTF. Oh my god.
Just
it's a
spoiling
lot
all
of
these 20-year-old games for people.
I mean, yeah, a lot of these things have been spoiled because of cultural osmosis, the fact that Aerith
dies.
That's a big one. But
what? Aerith dies.
Yeah.
Anyway, we need a name for a pincer.
Trying to explain any of the shenanigans that takes place in 8 with the time stuff is kind of silly.
I've heard Pincina. Pincina sounds good.
Pincina, Stag Party, White Claw.
I think also the massage section of Final Fantasy X-2 is probably one of the worst parts for me.
10-2 gets weird. It's this weird dichotomy because I love a lot of 10-2. I love the battle system. I love the outfits. I love some of the story. But then you get to the bad parts of 10-2, and it's just it's a classic game, but it's also not.
Gilbert
Yeah.
Gilbert Sullivan's a weird one. Revolution. You guys have weird names here. Like, you're like, oh, because Beatles. Duh. I'm dumb. Pincinerate. I was like, but still, Gilbert Sullivan's a weird one. You have to explain that one to me. Pinchy, the Claw, Pincemaker. Pincemaker's not bad.
Mm.
You know what? I'm going with a Pincemaker.
Yeah, what was the first Final Fantasy game you ever played? Because obviously no one played the first one first because...
My first was 9, and 9 was really, really good. Like, that got me invested in the entire series, and then when I was playing Kingdom Hearts, I got that for Christmas the same year. My parents' friends bought me Final Fantasy X, so, like, I had 9 and 10 back-to-back, and it was really, really enjoyable. Like, I really like how Final Fantasy always changes, and yeah, they always have.
It says we missed their chat. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, because it's not in the chat itself. That's why.
Well, yeah, I was about to get to that. That's after the Final Fantasy question.
Okay, sorry.
Basically, Final Fantasy has always changed things up and isn't afraid to go to weird places, and I like that. But let's get to the super chat. 7 Seraphim 7, Final Fantasy 2, you fight the evil empire, kill the emperor, who then takes over hell, and becomes Satan, who you kill again, and then he takes over heaven, and you have to kill him again with all your dead guys.
What?
Yep. Also, it doesn't help that, like, some of the numbers got confused because I don't remember the reason why, but the numbers when they first came to the US were not consistent. So
essentially the way they worked it is Final Fantasies for a while came out like on a yearly basis, and when Final Fantasy 3 was out in Japan, they were going to put out 2, but they're like, well, 3's doing really well, so let's put out 3 under a different name. Mm-hmm. So it's like we're gonna have, you know, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 could also mean Final Fantasy 4 and 6. You know.
Yeah. Fusion Warrior. I said Gilbert Sullivan because HMS Pinafore. That's clever. I like that.
The first Final Fantasy game I ever played was 8 because my friend had it in middle school and I wanted to play it, so she let me borrow it.
I played like one Final Fantasy game. I want to say it was the re-release of Final Fantasy 1 that they put on like the GBA later.
Yeah, that's what they did.
The best version was the PSP version because that actually like added a lot. I hear mixed things about the GBA one.
They're fine. Like if you didn't have access to them before, they're fine.
See, the problem is that the Emperor was only mostly dead, and there's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead.
Or the Pirates of Penzance. Hey.
I hope they remake 8, because 8 deserved voice acting.
I haven't played much of 8. Here's my problem with 8, and it's like, Final Fantasy has always run the gamut of one really story-focused game and one really gameplay-focused game. Where, like, you'll have one that's, like, really all about the gameplay and freedom, and then you'll have one that's really linear and focused on, like, going from place to place. 8 started, and it was my first non-linear Final Fantasy. I didn't know what to do. I was so confused. I'm just like, where do I go? What do I do?
Plus, you know, at random points during the story, all the main characters go unconscious and suddenly are in the personalities of other people from the past, so, you know.
I didn't get very far in 8.
Oh yeah. There's time travel shenanigans where like you and your party members will fall unconscious, and you start playing as other characters from like 20 years in the past. It's weird.
Like when I went from 9 to 10, I'm like, okay, let's check out some other ones, and I liked 7, but I didn't think it was as good as 9, and I thought 8 was confusing. And then I played a little bit of 6 and loved it, but I didn't get far enough into the game. So, like, a lot of my experience with Final Fantasy is more the modern stuff. And, yeah, the modern stuff is hit or miss. Okay, but I think it has a lot of... it has a lot of heart in it, though, because, like, Final Fantasy 15, for the mess that it is, I love it.
I haven't played 15 yet. I still have to play that.
It's clearly a mess, but it's a lot of fun. And 13, while I know a lot of people don't like it, and yeah, it is very...
No, I don't like it at all.
It's a very confusing story, and it's like you need an app, not an abacus, what am I thinking of? You need a primer just to get into what the hell is going on. I like the gameplay of it. I think it's a fun gameplay, and I like the characters. So like I'm admittedly a different audience, but it's just like, you know, I've always thought that the fact that they keep experimenting is something interesting.
My recommendation is if you want to play a Final Fantasy game but you're like not really liking it, play a Tales game because they're better. Like overall, like I enjoy the Tales series a million times more than Final Fantasy.
Or play Final Fantasy XIV. It is free to play up until a certain point if you don't have multiple characters, and it is probably one of my favorites of the entire series.
Oh, good.
Oh, another legendary.
Yep. Psychic, I want to say.
Desperate.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they just kept making so many legendary Pokemon after a while, huh?
Yeah, they just made a lot.
Gen 4 has the most amount of legendaries in a certain game just because they just crammed as many in because the whole game was about like legends and mythos and etc. etc. Go JB! Oh god, that was a lot.
Jesus Christ!
Go Jamie Jiro, looking forward to Turning Red, but disappointed that it's not in theaters, especially when a bunch of stuff is still in theaters and the move seems to be more a cost-cutting thing. I'm Torontonian, so it's nostalgic to me. Alright, that was a psychic move, so Betty Why Not would be slow. Steam Gate should be able to handle it. Daniel Brandt, a criminal underrated Final Fantasy title is Final Fantasy Tactics. Few games match its job system, and the story is like Game of Thrones with much less incest involved. I remember now, I did play Tactics, I enjoyed it overall.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of good things about Tactics.
That is the problem, like what Zen said was, like, sometimes you get a game where, like, the gameplay is really good, even if the story is kind of stupid. Like, Final Fantasy X-2 has a lot of problems, but I liked the job system.
I love 10-2's battle system, and, like, 10, I think, is a really good balance. 10 has one of my favorite gameplay of all time, and I know a lot of people don't like the story, but I really do, and I love the characters. It's just not a lot of people, like, it's a polarizing thing. It was more a story-focused game. 9 was less gameplay, more story, and like a focused on trying to get an homage to all of Final Fantasy. So like each Final Fantasy is different from the next. That doesn't mean consistency though. So your mileage may vary.
Yeah,
Side
that's the
Technic
thing.
4, did you hear the news about DC moving out of WD offices? Supposedly kicked out, depending on who you talk to. I have not heard about that.
Wait, what? Interesting.
I'll have to look into that later.
But yeah, like I like there's certain Final Fantasy games that I love, even if they're bad. But like I've not really had as much of an emotional reaction to like characters and story in a Final Fantasy game as I have with the Tales games or Kingdom Hearts. Like Kingdom Hearts is, you know, I grew up with that. Like that's super nostalgic.
Kingdom Hearts
for me.
is great, and Tales of Graces F is just so good, and Tales of Symphonia is like those are my two go-to Tales games.
Have you played any of the newer Tales games?
I have not played
good.
Genesex?
Have fun.
You
Is that a
need to
legendary
stop,
or is
game.
pseudo?
Is that a robot bug with a rocket launcher on its back?
It is, in
Yes.
fact, a robot bug with a rocket launcher on its back.
Pokemon
like a
got
Digimon.
weird.
It looks like a Digimon, I'm sorry.
Genesect, much like Mewtwo, is a Pokemon that was artificially created by man. What the Pokédex entry says, basically, is that like they found the remains of an ancient Pokemon and rebuilt it with cybernetic parts.
Why, though?
Because
Why
we
not?
can.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a bunch of scientists just like, because it was cool.
You
Yeah, that sounds about
ruined
right.
a good Kabutops is what you did.
Got a super chat from Clockwork. It's going so fast. Clockwork Soul. On the subject of Final Fantasy, what are your favorite party members? Oron from Final Fantasy X and Vivi from Final Fantasy IX are among the tops for me.
I like those. I love Steiner. Steiner is just because Steiner can have a magic sword. Because he and Vivi are like the best partners. And I love Titus. I love Zidane. Those are just really great characters. Waka is great in battle. Now, in terms of Tales, I have played some of the modern, but like I played only a little bit of Zelia, a little bit of Zestiria. I have the collector's editions of those, but I stopped because I wanted to go back, and it's like I have a little bit of them. I haven't played any Berseria or Arise. Or...
Okay, do not play Berseria until you finish Zestiria. It's the one and only time, besides Xillia and Xillia 2, where it actually connects. Like, it was a surprise connecting game, so I don't want... Because if you play Berseria...
Symphonia had a sequel, too, but...
Well, yes, but that was Symphonia... Like, those were specifically sequel titles, whereas Berseria has a different name from Zestiria. So that's why people didn't know it was the same universe.
Okay.
Sound out of the soundboard. Trunks from Fighters. You need to be stopped. Go Jamie Gira, a bug steel type with a laser cannon on its back. Also, it's a transformer.
It's a Digimon.
It's a Digimon. Digimon, digital monsters.
My favorite party members. I like Cecil from 4. I like Oron as well. I like Yuna. I like Selfie from 8. God, their names are weird in English.
There's so many different names.
They're so cause I get them confused because I've played like translations of some games too. Love Vincent from 7. Like, he's such a cool goth kid. Like, he's wonderful. Like, entirely missable, by the way, in the original game. It's entirely possible to completely miss both
and then
Yuffie
there's Surge of Cerberus, or
Surge of Cerberus.
I say Surge
Has
of
Linkara ever played any of the Batman Arkham games or Spider-Man games, PlayStation or otherwise? We played the original Arkham Asylum on the stream last year.
It's so good.
It is very good.
Actually, was it last year? I can't even remember anymore because we spent so much time on Fallout.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Space is warped and time is bendable.
Exactly. Do I have that one on here? No, I don't.
Fusion Warrior, Plasma, I've made Genesect, and you effed up a perfectly good Kabutops is what you did. Look at it. It's got anxiety.
Oh god, I need to. I have Arkham on my list for Midnight Combo Pack. The problem is, I switched this year to be about Spider-Man since it's the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. So I've been playing. I'm gonna be playing the games. I watched all the movies. I just finished No Way Home. No spoilers, but it's good. It's Spider-Man time.
Yeah, I love the Tales games. I got into them because my friend recommended them to me. They're like, hey, do you like Final Fantasy? Hey, do you like anime? Hey, do you want both? It's
Tales.
Really good.
I first got into Tales because someone showed me Symphonia, and it's such a great introduction. And then I played the actual Tales of Eternia, and that was really good. I never got to own it, but like Eternia is just so good. I love the Cramel system. And then I went to Grace's F, and I completed that, and I'm like, Grace's F is just so good in so many ways. It's the best combat. I think Symphonia's story beats it, but like the combat is so smooth.
That was actually the first game I ever tried to play, and I was really, really confused. And then my friend was like, no, don't play that first. Play a different one first, and then play that, because that was like a hard, like, first of the Tales games to play first. That's like not the best one to start with because of it's not the most beginner friendly. I'll put it that way.
It assumes you know how to use the system.
Yeah, favorite Kingdom Hearts game? 2.
I'm going to be controversial here.
Oh no.
3. I love 3.
I thought you were going to say 358 over 2.
No. Like, I think 358 has an amazing story, but 3 is my favorite. Like, as of right now.
Almost lost Luchados.
No,
buddy.
At this point.
Yeah, I love 2 so much. Like, 2 was so good. Like, oh man, like the first game's great.
We should have gotten Gilgamesh out of there too.
Bad.
Well, I think we'll win, but like that's a fairy move. Okay, good.
Oof.
Like that first game is really solid, obviously, but like the camera angles are a nightmare. Whereas in 2, they're like, hey, do you want the camera to not be your worst enemy? Here you go. Now you can just automatically see everything.
My biggest issue with Kingdom Hearts 2 is that you lose a lot in the environments. The level design I don't think is very good because it's just so open and everything's so obvious. Whereas like with 1, you get a lot of these hidden like puzzles and stuff. And 3 brought it back mostly. I loved exploration in 3 so much.
Man, I want to give Luchados Aero Blast because it's Lugia's signature move, but like it's not a special attacker at all.
We got a couple super chats here. Gorn, your message is, here a crazy idea for a future live stream. You and your friends play Dungeons and Dragons with, of course, Lewis as the Dungeon Master.
That is a terrible idea. I cannot DM.
I DM. I DM already.
It's a lot of work to DM, though.
It is.
Goldrax got back from DoorDash, and I picked Quaxley and Amy at Quaske. And yes, it is a mother-loving JoJo reference.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Naruto
Fruity
reference.
Groovy, part of the theory that mythical Pokemon predict the next gen of the series includes the story as well. Genesect, for example, predicts X and Y with the big ancient device that was made into a cannon.
Oh, damn.
Kitsune Rokaku, I'm not afraid of Palkia, all I need is a Salamence.
God.
God damn it, I was trying to hit B.
I remember, like, the hype around, like, the first couple of Kingdom Hearts games, like, after the first one, and everyone was like, hey, did you 100% the game? Did you see that cool cutscene where they're in, like, the rain in a city and the cool black outfit?
It's so good. Oh,
and it was like, oh, that's so dope. And then you play the second game and you're like, oh, well, it's
I'm
still
the Red
cool.
Pokemon Ranger.
Oh,
well, it ended up building. It ended up building to that point, but like
not him again! Oh my god!
Get it?
I'm a fan of I'm a fan of 2's intro. I think it's a great way to shake things up. It's not what people were expecting.
Plus, like, you know, it was the one time where it was like, hey, this side game was actually important. Whereas the rest of them were like, it's fine.
Like, at that time, I hadn't played Chain of Memories. I still enjoyed and understood, too. But, like, going back, Chain of Memories is a lot. I love the story of it, but the gameplay is a lot.
Okay, Sam, I need you to look up where we can get a heart scale.
Okay, heart scale and X.
Scale X and Y. Mashy, hey Linkara, first time watcher of the streams, beat the comments views during lockdown. Thank you.
Aww.
You need the old rod from Ambra Town in the aquarium by the Magitex statue and TM46 Thief.
I'm very glad that
steal it from Love Discs?
Yes.
Well, that ain't gonna happen now, so I guess we're stuck without Sacred Sword.
Yeah.
Oh boy, have fun.
Like, here's my thing with Chain of Memories. I really enjoy the plot line. I think the idea of losing memories and losing oneself is really intriguing. And while some parts don't always work out, I think it's a really interesting story from Sora's perspective and for Riku's perspective. But when it comes to the villains are very stock. And two-dimensional. I like some of them, but some of them are just eh. And then when you get to the gameplay, I hear it's better in the Game Boy Advance version, but I haven't been able to play that much because...
Yes, the move relearner is back in town, but we need heart scales to use them.
Hold on, we got a bunch of super chats, y'all. Hang on.
Yeah.
Anna Comic, yours isn't in yet still. Mega Timmy Tommy. Any reactions to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
That would have to be for Dom and Kaluna. We already answered that earlier.
I'm very excited, looking forward to it, though I am a little concerned that it came out so quickly compared to the last one.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Remember the new gens with the ghost pepper and the duck and the kitten?
No.
You haven't seen the kitty?
It's a grass kitty, you're gonna love it.
What?
Look up Pokemon Gen 9, you'll find it.
It's really cute. It's really cute.
Jeremy Deno.
Grass kitty!
You are a Pokemon trainer. I am a ranger. Smacks Pokeball in your face. Oh my gosh.
So
hold on. Sorry. Emperor Seth. Happy new MST3K episode day, everyone. That's the reason I missed the first half of the episode, by the way. Feels like a good justification, though.
Indeed.
By the way, they're saying
dinosaur and a duck as well. All these, this is like there's not like an obvious crappy starter in this group.
Yay! Not a
getting
super
rid of
chat,
Arrow
but
Blast and putting in Power Up Punch to Ench in the meantime, just because we need a fighting move.
Gotcha.
It
Soul
sucks,
says
but we gotta work with what we got.
Clockwork Soul says if you're looking for Heart Scale, go to Ambret Town, go to the path behind the Pokemon Center, take a right, and you should find it.
Ambret Town. Have we been to Ambret Town?
Okay.
1 second.
Anna Comic Geek finally posted, since you mentioned Michael Ironside as the DK Returns Batman, if you saw clips of the movie, thoughts on Peter Weller's turn as him?
I still have not seen it, sorry.
Yeah, same.
So Dom really likes the starters.
Oh, he's yeah.
Ambret
I
Town. Okay, we don't
honestly
have Fly
I
yet.
assumed he'd seen it.
There's no bad one. Everyone's so good. I love it.
Go Jimmy-Jira.
have Fly. Okay,
Garchomp,
good.
the Pokemon that's said to fly at Mach speeds in every other Pokemedia and yet can't learn Fly in any game for some reason. Blaine, maybe? I don't know what that means.
We'll get rid of Drill Peck and swap out with Fly, because Fly is a useful move.
Sidekick Nick 4. As far as 2016 Batman movies go, which was worse, Batman vs Superman or Killing Joke?
I'd say Batman v Superman because it was longer, more miserable, had less characters I liked, and even if Killing Joke adaptation wasn't perfect, it at least it was not even though it wasn't a good adaptation, it still contained good qualities to it.
I've not watched either, so I don't know, but I do know like that beginning part with Killing Joke is really bad.
It is.
So.
Watch my review.
Just
It
a bit
said
bad.
somewhere behind the Pokemon Center in Ambret Town.
Mega Timmy Tommy, the grass kitty sang Despacito. No, really?
Yeah, he did. It's Sprigatito. Sprigatito.
Alright, I gotta go back to town and fix my mistake because I'm an idiot.
Apologies if I'm getting names wrong, by the way.
Should I
Jeremy,
save the heart scale just in case, or do you think, I think it's better to swap out Power Up Punch for a Sacred Sword?
I don't know nothing.
In the meantime, Jeremy Dandenau, a wild snowflame appeared. Go, Floro! Go, Jira. I meant to say balance, maybe?
Oh, balance. Okay, got it.
Okay, we're caught up, I believe.
Yeah, we are. There were just a lot that happened at once, so I wanted.
There's a lot of ones.
How's the weather? Thunderstorm. Well, we had a brief thunderstorm.
By the way, while Dom is here, I do want to do some shameless plugging for his show because he has a new video out. I can't really say much because it breaks one of the rules, leave the real world at the door. However, it's really good. You should go check out the weird book he read.
Oh, thank you. Too kind. Too kind.
Also get some heart scales on the beach of Route 8 using the dowsing machine. Okay, then we're not limited to this one heart scale. Thank you, 777. Yeah, move remember I think is this lady. Madam Reminder.
And the episode that I can talk about, you recently did an episode on the adaptation of The Martian, I believe. So
Indeed.
You can check that out.
Yeah, it was fun. Just look for Dominic Noble on YouTube if you've not heard of me. I'm okay.
Final throw, air slash, press quad, drill pack, and sacred sword. There we go.
Dom, also known as Thirst Trap on Twitter.
I say. Twitter is perfectly wholesome, thank you.
Might as well fly out there because we do want to check and see if some of these Pokemon have moves that would be good to have again. Anyone know if Linkara's opinion on the new Batman movie? I haven't seen it yet, so I've got nothing. Sorry, and no spoilers talk is allowed.
You know,
I hear his parents die. That's a pretty big plot twist.
What's that?
I hear his parents die.
In a Batman movie, that sounds unlikely. They would never go that far.
They would never go that route. Densetsu says that he demands more of Dom as the White Witch, and I concur.
Well, I mean, I think she's like super dead in the books at this, like on all things. So, I think like they bring like vague copies of her back every now and again. So, we've already had another witch, which is like the Green Witch, but it's basically Jadis again, but a snake.
I do want to say I am really glad that you are completely comfortable with cross-dressing in your reviews. I find that quite wholesome, and I stand that. That's very awesome.
Oh, thank you. And it doesn't hurt that I look amazing in a dress.
Yes.
Gorn ZX, this is for Don McLuna. Ever seen The Legend of Vox Machina?
Yes. Yes, I have. It's very good. You should all watch it.
Oh, that's the Critical Role cartoon, right?
Correct, yes.
I've seen like the first couple episodes. It's very graphic.
It's very Castlevania, where it's like very adult.
I'm not like a huge Critical Role fan. I was saying this to my D&D crew earlier. It's one of these things that like I super feel like I should be into and should like, so I keep trying. But for some reason, it's just never doing it for me. So.
Captain Avenger 1983, would you ever want a pet chicken?
No.
Yeah, not really. Nothing
Briefly,
against
until I got
chickens,
hungry.
Not really what I look for in a pet. 1R HPS fan, whatever happened to Handsome Tom? He runs a restaurant now, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
Who?
Dang. 8-Bit Mickey's also around doing stuff, but I did not know that about
Handsome Tom. He
Handsome
doesn't really
Tom.
make videos anymore.
Yeah.
Who's Handsome Tom?
He was a part of... Yay, another heart scale. He was a part of the Game Heroes, a group who used to be part of CA. They kind of split off from Screw Attack, back in caveman times, in the early days of the site. Handsome Tom and 8-Bit Mickey originally came from there and then moved over and did their own thing. But they, just kind of slowed off and stopped doing video stuff on their own. And in Tom's case, he retired from video making. Last I heard, he was like running a restaurant or two.
Wow, that's a hard right turning career-wise, but I respect it.
Go Jamie Jira, Dom, you suave, savvy person. How are the kitties? Would you ever do Lost adaptations of comic stuff with Lewis if the chance ever came up?
I mean, Lewis appeared in one of my earliest videos. He came in to talk about Watchmen. What
a weird waste of a cameo. Also, Il Nage is now in the chat. Hey, man.
Hey,
Hi,
what's up,
Nash.
Hey, Garrett.
Thank you for the advice on my Phantom Power situation. You and Nash were very helpful.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure me and Lewis will work together again someday. There's lots of comic book adaptations we could talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Crossovers sort of fell out of fashion on YouTube. People stopped being like excited for them and got sort of like, this isn't what I signed up for. So like, you gotta do them a bit more sparingly these days, you know.
I just realized, Nate, you're coming to Minnesota for MarsCon, if I'm not mistaken. We got to get together and have dinner one of the nights you're in town. Also, if you want to join in the chat, let me know.
Well, yeah, like with crossovers, it's like you got to have a spontaneity to it, and it's also hard when like you have your own channel to run.
It's just a lot of work is the problem. It's a lot of hard work in order to put together a crossover, and I need to like really be prepared for it, and there's lots of back and forth involved. It's why cameos tend to work a lot better because it's something you can just really quickly throw together. You're actually not this year. I could have sworn it was announced you were coming.
I think he was hoping to, but like pandemic stuff, you know.
Okay.
Sorry,
man.
Got some super chats. Goldrex, to everyone here, what Pokemon do you want to see get a regional variant? Me personally, I want anyone in the Zubat line.
I want a regional variant of a Bulbasaur. I would love an Ice-type Bulbasaur.
Aww.
I would just like a Bulbasaur in every thing, so I could just have a whole team of Bulbasaurs.
I want a ghost-type Charmander. Or Cyndaquil.
Aww. Can I have a happy Cubone? Doesn't have
His
to be a
mother's
regional
not dead,
variant,
so
just a happy Cubone.
I'm not
His
dead
mother's
yet.
still alive, and he's wearing just like a Halloween mask instead of a skull.
Aw, that'd be cute.
Oh.
Or like a football helmet or something, I don't know, just something cute.
Body Spray Man. Update on my red Nuzlocke. I beat Misty. My Clefairy double slapped the way to victory.
Nice.
Creative Chef 25. I'm looking to go mad scientist and create live chocobos and looking for a breeder. Know any? And what's your rate?
Oh, I just happen to know a guy. He goes by the name of Choco Bill. He might be helpful to you. Mind you, he only breeds them for dancing.
Damn dancing chocobos are so ding-dang cold, don't you know? You gotta put them warm coats on them.
Oh, yeah. Creative Chef 25.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go... Oh, you already got that one. Never mind.
I got it, yeah.
Goldrex, dude, Dom, I love your stuff. Great to see you here.
Hey, thanks, appreciate it.
Toastbuster, what can you learn?
What's happening is Minnesota. Ever since I moved, I have picked up the accent. Don't you know?
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Robinson, Dom, why does Luke not like you?
He does like me. He loves me.
They're best friends.
I love how we wanted to kind of retire the Luke and Dom thing with a voice from the dark, and then just never got around to
We
it.
tried to. It's just. I mean, we haven't technically done anything else like in canon for it. It's just. It's kind of a joke we fall back into fairly regularly, you know.
Oh yeah. Okay, so is Psycho Cut better than Zen Headbutt? That might actually not be a bad move.
But then again, Zen Headbutt has saved our butts more often than not. Plus, it's my only move.
One second, let me see if Betty Why Not. Let me see like how powerful is Zen Headbutt versus Psycho Cut.
How'd that gag actually start out of interest?
Or the Luke Dom gag?
Yeah.
There was a joke that I wrote with the intention originally was for Doug Walker to do a cameo in my videos, and it was, you know, the old joke, you know, no one wants to do cameos, no one wants to do crossovers, so the joke was just like, oh, so you're telling me you believe in me? No, I'm telling you, get out of my house. Then Doug, I didn't really want Doug to be in the end, so like Luke took over with that line. It just sort of all spawned from that one gag, and it just sort of kept on going in things that just sort of developed into a recurring thing. And it just makes for an interesting dynamic, you know. But
yeah, I like the joke. That's kind of how things worked back in the day. It's like, we don't want to work with each other. That's the premise. Let's work with each other.
Psycho Cut the auto crit move. Good question. Let's take a look at that, because I was thinking if it's the auto crit move, then yeah, it is more powerful, and we should swap out. Betty, why not? And we'll try to catch something in town.
Oh, Drake, you see, I got a regional variant of Mimikyu that wears an Eevee costume. Say that Pikachu are rare in the region, but Eevee's popular, so Mimikyu changed its disguise to get its adoration appropriately. That's cute.
Aww.
Jeremy Dandenau, you are Linkara. I am giving you money. Thank you so much.
I am a woman.
Yeah, its critical hits more easily, but it's not an auto crit. Creative Chef 25 will take a look at your super chat in a minute. Captain Adventure 93, what are some things you want in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? The same thing I want in every single one of the games. Give me proper Pokeball crafting. Legends Arceus is a good start. I want a lot of different kinds of Pokeballs to craft, and I want to be able to like have varying appearances to them. Just like go the full whole hog, you know, MMO route with how crafting can work, and just like tons and tons of different variations and options.
You know what I want? I want the ability to pet my Pokemon. Make it happen.
We had that in this game and in Sun and Moon, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, you can do it in Sword and Shield too, I think.
You can?
Yeah, you pet them in Sword and Shield, but you can definitely play with them.
Okay.
You go to the camps and you can play with them and you can kind of pet them.
I haven't played since Gen 2.
That's why I never got very far.
Sun and Moon, you can definitely pet them, which is why you should get Sun and Moon.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get very far in Sun and Moon, because I was just continuously petting my Pokemon instead of doing anything else. So.
Okay, Chef 25 back after some time, and great to catch one live. Hippopotas! That'd be cool. I unfortunately lost my job at the restaurant I'm a sous chef at and need some entertainment, so this is a pick-me-up I need. Thanks so far. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
We should name the hippopotas after Tara, because Tara loves hippos.
It is a lady, yeah.
I feel like we've done that before in a previous Nuzlocke, though.
One RHPS fan, it was one of the funnier parts of A Voice from the Dark. I'm assuming they mean the Luke Dom bit.
thing.
Yeah. Pokeplayer HQ, Tauros will get a variant and evolution because of where the Gen 9 region is based on.
You would think so. There's no guarantee of that. Bear in mind, in Sun and Moon, Solrock and Lunatone are not available in the game.
That's stupid. Oh my god.
There are no wild Solrocks or Lunatones. In Sun and Moon.
Oh my god.
Yeah!
That is very,
First
very
try.
silly.
Alright, we need a nickname for a female hippopotas.
Sidekick Nick 4, hey Dom, how's Terrence doing?
Oh, he's fine. He's still off at Camp Half-Blood adapting to his new lifestyle. He'll come back eventually.
It lives in arid places. Instead of perspiration, it expels grainy sand from its body.
Oh my.
Ew.
Ew.
Gojira, it's
pronounced
pronounced
hippopotas.
Oh, okay. Hippopotamus.
I'm
I've
gonna
only-
keep saying hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
We're gonna call it something else very soon.
Indeed. Hipster, Dinahan, Ivanka, Hungry.
Who was that crime lord who lived in South America who had a bunch of hippos, and that's why there's a bunch of hippos there? Because
Oh god, I know what you're talking about. I forget the name.
Oh, Darude's pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't think it knows Sandstorm. Moomin, Terracotamus is an interesting one.
Pablo Escobar.
That's yeah. Let's call him Pablo Escobar.
I will call him Escobar.
Escobar.
Escobar because it's female.
Escobarita.
Name it Anakin.
Oh, no, name it Shmee because it's a lady.
No, Escobari, actually, because Bara is a whole different thing.
That was great.
Escobari.
I think it's
So,
like
so
80%
here's a
nostril.
question for the Dom that I have.
What
are your
Don't go by that
thoughts?
name anymore. Not in a while, but
What are your thoughts on the new Percy Jackson adaptation?
I mean, I'm hopeful. It's still in the early writing prospects, but they process. But they have Rick Riordan's doing all the writing himself, and I think it's gonna be like involved as a producer and stuff. So, if anything's gonna do it, it's gonna be this. So, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I hope it's better than what they did to friggin'
Artemis Fowl.
Artemis Fowl, because that was my baby. I love that book.
Yeah, well, I mean, Colfer wasn't super involved. Like, he was trying to be positive about it, but I don't think he was really involved in much of the process there. So, yeah, that was made, like, I don't know, I got, like, somewhere deep down, I think there were some good intentions with Artemis Fowl, but there was just some very, very deep lack of understanding of the character there.
My name is Trevor. I'm researching the distribution of Pokemon in the Kalos region at Professor Sycamore's request. I see. So that's why you're walking clear out of the forest cavern then. Mamoswine seems concerned about something over there, so be careful. I will,
Captain
thank you.
Avenger 1993. Kaluna, do you speak Spanish? No. I just took it in high school, so I just remember a bunch of it.
Gorzyak, here's a horrifying idea. Expired cow as a Pokemon.
Oh no!
I'm gonna get that cake, Fred.
I'm gonna
Go
get that
Jamie
cake,
Gira,
Fred.
Pa as in Papa and Toss, Hip Pablo. That'd be good. That would have been good too. Mike Manhattan, Lewis and Dom, you ever read Hellboy or seen any movies and thoughts on The Expanse, which is mostly Gundam without robots?
That
I
is
have not
fair.
seen
That
The
is an accurate
Expanse,
statement.
And I've never read or seen any of the Hellboy stuff, which is weird for me of all people. But yeah, no, I've never seen anything real. I've actually never read any Hellboy.
Same.
I've seen the Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
And that,
Ron Perlman, you're right. I'm thinking of different Ron Perlman.
yeah.
There's
I've seen
too many
those.
similar names.
But yeah, I've not actually seen The Expanse. I keep hearing good things about it and stuff like that. But I'm sort of saving it for some time when I need to binge something.
It's usually a good thing if Old Shift X is doing a
Don't you
video
budge
on
an
it.
inch! Well, it's freezing cold, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, so...
His paint has frozen.
So by painted portrait, he meant attack you with Pokemon.
Of course.
Apparently.
Yeah. What do you do when you paint?
That's how Pokemon work, right?
I got
Yeah.
I got into oil painting last year, which I haven't had a chance to do because I've been so busy. But you know, I know that's what you do. You throw Zubats at people. That's how you paint.
And you paint some happy little trees.
With blood.
With Zubats.
There is a 5 foot tall oil painting of myself in the UK. I keep meaning to have shipped over here, but I haven't got around to it yet.
One RHBS fan. Another thing I liked was some jerk with a camera. Yep, Tony did a great job in the audio drama as well. Zubat using Draco Meteor.
We had a fun time with that song. Because I remember talking to Garrett about like how he was like balancing everybody. It was interesting.
Yeah, he asked specifically to balance that one because I think I balanced the song originally myself. For when we did the Time Warp instead of the Voice from the Dark song. Go JB Jira, Artemis Fowl. Yeah, thank you for 50, by the way. Artemis Fowl was initially filmed to be book accurate. The behind-the-scenes book about the movie reveals they filmed the drink scene from the end of the book, revealing the oculos of the film was a repurposed gold prop. The changes seem to have come very late.
Yeah. Yeah, they sort of MacGuffined in something, and they took out a bunch of scenes that would have been slightly more book accurate.
Someone did a really good video about like the, what was it called? The audio that you add after.
ADR.
ADR. They said like they completely changed it based on the ADR. Was it Dan? Did Dan do that?
Sounds like something he would do.
I can't remember, but like if they broke down, I can't remember who it was. I don't remember. Ooh. Oh, Nando? Was it Nando? That makes sense.
We have so many friends that do stuff.
Well, I've not met Nando, but
So
we
we
were on
can catch another new
stream
friend
with
in the cave, in the ice cave here. So let's try to catch something.
While we're shameless plugging, you should all watch Kaluna. You should watch the Dominic Noble. I'm sorry, I keep
Oh
saying
boy,
your
it's a
old
horde battle. We got 5 different Pokemon to choose from.
I'm sorry, I keep saying your old name because I've been watching you for so long.
Yeah, it's a habit that people who've been watching me for more than like 3 or 4 years are still in. So yeah, it's fun.
All right, we got Primeape, we got Kricketot, we got Tangela, we got Barboach, and we got Seadra.
Is this a 5-way battle? What the fuck?
Because of the
Yes.
randomizer, the horde battle that normally would have the same Pokemon changed out, so it's 5 different Pokemon. Also, there seems to be something weird with the text for everything, which is odd.
All your Pokemon being combined into one master Pokemon.
And what I have decided for this is because of the Nuzlocke, we pick one of them that we try to capture.
Cartoon Kelly. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Cartoon
Hello.
Killer. So, what do we want to go for? Someone's saying let's go for Seadra. My vote is for
get rid of
Kricketot. Seadra's not a bad call, considering I don't think we have a lot of water Pokemon.
Well, Seadra can become
Kingdra.
Kingdra, and Kingdra's badass.
I don't think we can get Kingdra, though, because I think it's a trait evolution.
Is it? Oh, no. Aw. Boo.
We'd be locked out there. We could get Tangela. I don't think we have... I think we have maybe one grass type, because we also have the Virizion. We also have... Kricketot would be fun for the meme, but not really necessary. Barboach is water ground, so immune to electric type moves.
A lot of people are saying
We got
Seadra.
Primeape, too. You'll have another fighting type.
For someone who was asking in the chat what ADR stands for, it technically stands for automated dialogue replacement. It's just like anytime you hear voiceover that isn't being filmed, like if whatever you're seeing, like when people do like narration, it happens a lot in movies.
Yeah, very little dialogue is used from on set because it's really difficult to get good dialogue outside of a studio.
Yes, so anytime a character is speaking, if they are not physically like on screen, it's ADR'd.
Mhm.
People are set. It seems to be split between Tangela and Seadra among people. Chaos R0, change a possible Evo setting, fixes trait evolutions. I know. I deliberately leave it off because part of the randomization is you get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta work with what you got. So yeah, trait evolutions. You know, I keep those on because it makes it more challenging.
Question for Dom related to your show. How would you recommend someone who has no history with Terry Pratchett get into the books?
You pick them up and open them, and then words are on them, and you read them.
You can start with the
It's
first
going to be
book.
tricky. People are saying you need ancient power. All you need is ancient power to evolve into Tangrowth. Is ancient power a TM move though? Because moves are randomized too. So I don't know if we still have the capability of it getting ancient power. So that's our problem with the split between Tangela and Seadra.
What's
Sorry,
the ratio
the-
of water types and grass types that you have?
I want to say we don't have a lot of either.
Okay.
So the less sassy answer to that is you can start at the beginning at the color of magic. But there's like the first like 5 or 6 I think are all standalone ones except for the Light Fantastic. So just start with anything in like the first 16 and you can't really go wrong. Even if it's best to start with the beginning of one of the series, but like even if you don't, most of it can be picked up from context and they're all really good. So literally just if you see a Terry Pratchett book, read it, you'll love it.
Okay. On that note,
Move Tutor. I think you mean Move Rememberer, because I don't think there's a Move Tutor in this game otherwise. And Move Reminder only has moves that it learned in this game, so it won't necessarily have Ancient Power.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, I believe Dom has a video directly on that subject. If you want to get into Dom's content, you can watch his video on Sir Terry Pratchett and that content.
There is a short I put out there that's literally where to start reading Discworld. So yeah, if you have a look for that, that will give you my suggestions.
Now, Batman Odyssey severely disappoints me because Neil Adams is one of DC's best artists, and he gave us Ra's al Ghul. The quirky dialogue and expressive art could have made it a gem among Batman stories. Agreed. But instead, it went weird, and it becomes a soapbox for his views on Hollow Earth theory.
I still have no idea what happened at the end of that last comic because it's just...
Does anybody know what the hell goes on in Batman Odyssey?
Mike Manhattan, Dom, I know you're still in pain after reading the 50 Shades trilogy. Might I recommend a comic called Sunstone? It's well written, has great characters, great art, and actually understands BDSM.
Well, I wasn't like, oh no, I really wanted some good BDSM and I got bad BDSM. I'm glad there's good BDSM out there, but I don't think I'm gonna seek it out.
I haven't read it myself, but fans recommended it, as sent a bunch of copies of Sunstone to us when Vigo once asked in the PO unboxing for lesbian porn.
Oh,
and the artist
called
and I think
Revolutionary
the writer of it
Girl
as well
Lucina.
both follow me and have actually watched my show before, so that's nice. Fenikusu no Sentry, I don't know about Lewis, but what are y'all's thoughts on the Witcher books if you read them? Never read them. And I'm going to ask once again, just for a call, should we try to get Tangela or should we try to get Seadra? Or should we just go and get like
Tangela.
Primate?
I'm going to say Seadra, personally, but let the chat decide, I suppose.
I just
I've
had
not
an
read
idea.
the books. I've not read the Witcher books. I have the first book.
I've read the first 4. They are. Sorry, what was the question?
The Witcher. How do you feel about the Witcher books?
Oh, they're pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you can tell they're translated from Polish, but Garrett's. Forget the show. I think going in, there is some crossover, but Geralt in particular is a completely different person. He's a complete windbag in the book. So I think they can be very enjoyable, but don't expect Henry Cavill. You know?
No.
I'm seeing a lot of Seadra here.
Yeah.
And before we move on, I just had an idea for next gen Pokemon. What if we have a Hogfather type Pokemon as a ghost type, but a joyful ghost type?
People seem to be saying go for the Seadra, so we'll go for Seadra.
All right, Seadra.
Go JB Jira. Zen, did you get your PO1 gift? It's wholesome as hell manga called The Man and His Cat. I've actually had an issue with my PO box. Last time I checked, they apparently closed my PO box without telling me. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm sorry. I need to look into it, but I currently don't have money to reopen the box. So I'm going to have to say no at the moment. They might be holding the item. I'm going to look into it. I'll let you know, I promise.
The Tangela knows Fire Punch.
Of course it does.
Tangela
does give better coverage. If it has fire type moves too. I'm kind of leaning towards that.
I mean, it just seems like Seadra got more votes in the chat. And I tend to follow what the chat does, what chat wants.
Chat wins.
Yeah. Seadra's so cool.
Why are you having trouble hitting the damn thing?
Angry.
I like Kingdra more. Seadra has always been good, but not my favorite. It always felt more like a mid-evolution to me.
Well, it doesn't really matter in this case, considering we can't get it.
I like that.
Punches you with its vines.
YouTube
have a
held
better chance of getting Tangrowth, but still unlikely considering unless Ancient Power comes in a TM, I don't think it'll learn it.
I like that the YouTube held back Tangler is a big boy in chat because, I mean, to be fair, that does somehow sound very sexual.
What I really want, I really wish they would bring back the what are they called? The beta evolution and baby for Tangela.
Oh, yeah.
Because Proto Tangrowth is looks a lot better than actual Tangrowth. Actual Tangrowth is just Tangela but bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Tangrowth has personality and that grin.
Yeah, I don't like any of the evolutions for Tangela, Lickitung, Magmar, Electabuzz, like, none of them look right. It just looks weird.
It's weird because, like, I'm not usually a fan of single evolutions, but Gen 1 had some really great designs. Like, I liked Magmar, I liked Tangela, I liked, you know, Mr. Mime. They were interesting Pokemon. And then you see their evolutions, it's just like, man, these got weird.
So brought up in the chat, like, it wants to be part of the ASS, which is the Arson Assault Squad. The Arson Soul Squad. I can't remember what the hell the acronym was.
Arson Super Syndicate.
That's it. And you know what?
Gojira.
Yeah, Gojira Tangela for our teams. You know what? I will go for that. I will go for that logic for that just because we want, we're for story reasons. So,
Sure.
You know what? We'll go for Tangela now.
Electivire is very bad. I'm sorry, but that design is not good.
I think Electivire is fine. Magmar is a bit of a chunk. I would have preferred. I think it's mostly fine because I like the big fire hand thing.
Electivire is just
fire cannon hand thing. I like that.
Electivire is just like him going through his Beatles mutton chop phase.
Nothing will sound dumber than Licky Licky.
Licky is so dumb.
That is the dumbest thing.
Objectively, that is the worst name for an evolved Pokemon.
It's the worst. I mean, I'm not like a huge Lickitung fan or whatever, but like, Licky Licky is still just not great.
Lickitung as a line is just weird.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's supposed to be based on a specific yokai, so it's like not something that a lot of us in the West are used to seeing.
Dark Void looks so cool, but just puts Pokemon to sleep.
I will stick to Yokai Watch, thank you very much.
The worst name is not Mr. Mime. The name is not the issue with that Pokemon.
Mr. Mime has issues, especially when you think about Detective Pikachu and how he looks.
I like the regional evolution for Mr. Mime, Mr. Rhyme, where he looks more like a dapper gentleman.
He's still creepy, but less creepy.
Chaos Nightmare is an important question. Weed Cat, Pepper Lizard, or Donald from Kingdom Hearts. We've answered this a few times now. I think all of us are going for Weed Cat.
Weed Cat.
I'm probably gonna end up going for Pepper Lizard. Like, I always pick the fire types.
I usually pick fire types because I went Charmander, Cyndaquil. When I was Sun and Moon, I picked the fire thing. I'm all in for Score Bunny because Bunny and fire, that's like double awesome.
Cy Renfield, wait, did you read my super chat earlier? Which one? If you need me, repeat it in the regular chat and we will read it off again in case we missed it. Tangela, Venus Fire Trap. Not a bad idea.
My cat Wisp has learned how to close my bedroom door on his own, and like occasionally I think when he's mad at me, he goes and just slams it behind him. It's incredible.
I found it. I found the original chat. One time I went to Paris during one of the heaviest snowfalls they had in years. There were still painters out there. I can try to find it on my camera roll and show it on the Discord.
Ho Hyun Yu, my apologies for pronunciation of your name. Good thing about Pokemon is they localize most Pokemon's names. The bad thing is you have a banger of a time trying to find info in other languages.
Yeah.
The funny thing about my cats is they have learned how to open and close cabinets, but that also means that, they know how to close doors. And Chiaki loves being in the bathroom, and recently Kana has loved being in the tub as well. It's like they have their tub time. The problem is I can't just leave the door there because they close the door on themselves and lock themselves in the bathroom.
Alright, we need a nickname for a female Tangela.
Cats are both
not
clever,
bad, but I want to hear some other suggestions. Many writhing vines cover it, so its true identity remains Its true identity!
If anyone has ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho, it looks like Mukuro's head.
Okay, we already have a winner.
Yeah. That's a good one. But yeah, if anyone here has ever seen the last season of Yu Yu Hakusho, Tangela looks an awful lot like Mukuro.
I thought it was a female Tangela. It's actually a male one.
Oh, it's male? Oh.
Yep, I'm still going with Vindusa because that's such a cool name.
I like the secret identity idea. Like, if you take off the tentacles, it's like it's Batman underneath.
and underneath the mask is another mask.
I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon we don't know technically what they look like.
Diglett
in some capacity.
has claws.
Yeah, Tangela, Cubone, the bottom of a Diglett, like.
The Fusion
Jigglypuff
Warrior
from above.
must begin.
But yeah,
Jeremy
cats are both.
Now, thanks for making me fall in love with George Perez. He's now one of my favorite comic artists. Can't wait one day to read Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinity Gauntlet, and JLA Avengers. Yeah, it's just it is just a terrible shame about George Perez in general because he has cancer and he is dying.
Someone was about to suggest Terry after the poker rap that BDG did. Yeah, that's a good one. I would have gone with that too.
Yeah, George Perez is an amazing artist. I've been uncomfortable about one thing, not about him specifically, but about I don't want to make something about me, and I fear doing so. George Perez actually has watched some of my videos.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's
yes,
so
I think it was the
cool.
Crisis on Infinite Earths ones, one of the Titans ones, and he sent me an email like saying saying how much he enjoyed it, and I was like, well, I can't. Well, I was like, well, this is probably really him, but I don't know how you can prove it's real. I mean, thank you so much. I don't know if there's any way you can prove it's really you unless you sent a video to me. And then he went and sent a video to me saying, oh yeah, I didn't even think of doing this. Yeah, hi, I'm George Perez.
Holy shit.
Oh,
that's
wow.
so cool.
I have his email to me framed on the wall next to all the posters.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
I love that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I tell the fans, don't send my videos to creators, but obviously either someone sent it to him or he discovered it on his own, and either way, I am just so incredibly honored by that.
That's awesome, and I wish him the best remaining time he has.
And I feel bad because I want to share that story online just to indicate how much he means to me as a result, but I don't want to make it about me when the man is dying.
No, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm sure you could think of a way of mentioning this just in a how much it meant to you way without making. You're not a particularly narcissistic person despite your claims, so. I'm sure you could think of a way of doing it.
Conscious enough nowadays to realize that it's bad.
No, I feel you. I get like that too.
But yeah, cats are both clever and very dumb, I have found.
Yeah, they can be
Creative
both.
Chef 25, unfortunately, it's not the kind you can recover from.
And then we have Patrick Caulfield. Personal opinion, Gen 1, classic. Gen 2, improvements. Gen 3, worst by comparison. Gen 4, okay-ish. Gen 5, hit or miss. Gen 6, better, but just okay. Gen 7, love them all. Gen 8, love them all. Feel free to disagree.
A lot of the time it comes down to individual games being good or bad. Obviously, variations on which Pokemon... that hurt a lot. Obviously, different games... different generations worth of Pokemon, yeah, I like some more than others. But there's always some in each generation that I like.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's always something I like
which
about
have
each
problems or not. Oh god, Steamgate probably was a bad call for this, considering it's part water. Crap, this Joltik is kicking my ass. Oh, hey, Tom.
Yo.
Pronounce this Pokemon's name.
Which one?
The thing I'm fighting.
I can't, it's moving too fast. I can't.
Yeah, wait for it to show up again.
Oh no, it's raining.
Are you button mashing? Because it's not stopping at all.
There you go.
Okay, Joltik.
Okay, because I was rewatching the stream from the other day for past the point where I had to leave you guys, and it's it amazes me how much you were having trouble with Lilligant.
Oh, Lilligant Fantabant. Yeah, no, it's charming when I do it.
I call it little petty, little petty.
I love that version of Lilligant. It's so cute.
I know, right?
Also, man, I'm really bad at that game. Wow.
You were doing
I
fine.
can't wait to play
you
Legends
were
Arceus.
doing fine given the things. Like you said, I think the only one that I technically did not that I only did on the first try was Cleavor, but that's only after it had defeated all of my Pokemon.
Oh, jeez.
So it was mostly just luck and attrition.
Bee drills, my god.
Patrick Caulfield will keep an eye out for your super chats.
Yeah.
But just so you guys know, I have not played Legends Arceus yet. I'm going to stream it, but I hear it's like Breath of the Wild, but Pokemon.
Kinda. I'm streaming it on Wednesdays. Dom and Linkara have been kind enough to join me on it. It's fun. I do some of the like extra grindy stuff during the week, just so that way we can kind of stick to the main stuff. But it's good. I really like it.
And I'll be joining you again on next Wednesday, I believe. That being said, we were coming up on 10 o'clock, so I think we are going to call it a night after I heal up here.
By the way, Patrick Caulfield, that's a double post. I already read your previous super chat.
Go JBG, Dom had trouble saying Ursaluna on stream. I love that bear Pokemon.
The one that has a bear claw on it.
Ursaluna.
You say my name half the time fine.
Ursaluna.
Yeah.
Alright, is it time to swap out Water Shuriken for Water Pledge?
It's okay, Dom. We still love you.
Is Volcanian a physical or a special attacker? I'm asking the chat and possibly Zen.
Volcanian?
I want to say it's physical. Volcanian.
Yeah, I think it's physical. That's always the stuff I forget, is like regular attack versus like special attack and
It's
stuff.
why I prefer when the game screen actually shows us the actual things.
Mm-hmm.
Next, leaning towards special. Then why the hell do we have all these physical moves on him?
So Ilnich says volcanian.
Shuriken always goes first, so that is an advantage.
Well, hi, Kana. Are you here to say goodbye to the lovely people?
Special
Kana.
attacker. I wonder if the reason why we're okay with the physical attacks is because we also have like it's a bit like its nature is leaning towards physical as opposed to special.
Baroni Rockman says Water Pledge is only though. Shuriken is multi-hit and priority.
Even Neja saying keep Water Shuriken. Okay, we'll do that. No, I almost did it again.
Yeah, I trust Garrett.
Kana says she loves
trust
you.
Chat, but I know Garrett.
He's our resident Pokemon nerd.
Along with Linkara.
Nerd!
Linkara is what I usually refer to if I'm like, I'm not sure. Linkara, do you know?
Go over to Kirby.
What?
Still
Ned,
don't
we're just
Ned,
wrapping up,
we're
we're
actually
about to
stuck.
end the stream, Nage. Sorry.
Sorry, Nash.
Next week,
Kana,
you should hop on at the start.
Kana says she loves you, though. She's a
if
good
you
kitty.
want to, Garrett, feel free to join in next week. I cry.
You should
No,
cry.
don't
Feed us
cry.
your tears, Ned. Feed us.
Like-
That is-
Aw,
that is-
bud.
Like if you cry every time.
Patrick Caulfield, keep an eye out for your super chat because I still need to kill this Beedrill before we call it a night.
Yep.
I know
Everyone
we're
say
not doing
goodnight
a
to
lot of damage.
Kana.
The problem being that like my fire and my actually, you know what? We could probably switch in Halucha. Halucha probably would be good. Swap out Luchados. Actually is at half health. No, I don't want to risk it.
It's
Are
not
you
8
looking
p.m.,
forward
it's
to
10
the new
p.m.
Kirby game, by the way?
I've never played a Kirby game in my life.
No!
I mean, unless you count Smash Brothers.
No, that is not a Kirby game.
I think that Sakurai would disagree.
Patrick
That's
Caulfield.
not a Kirby game.
Patrick Caulfield, yeah, I was just going by the Pokemon generation, not the games. I personally think there isn't a bad Pokemon, just ones that aren't as well designed as others. Okay. Also, my cat is rolling around trying to get my attention and belly rubs.
Alright. So I have...
Bellies.
I have
Bellies.
defeated some other random ace trainer in here, and it is 10:03. We're going to call it a night.
Hooray!
Look out for the Armageddon 2001 review coming in the next few days. I give no guaranteed date considering I'm still writing it, and it's a long one.
On my end, I did say Midnight Combo Pack was going to be coming out this week, but we had an issue. But it's going to be coming out, premiering next week on Portal 1 and 2. Please look out for it, and I hope you enjoy.
I want to thank my guests. Thank you, Zen.
No problem.
Thank you, Dom.
My pleasure.
And thank you, Kaluna, whom you can see again playing Pokemon Legends Arceus on Wednesday at, I want to say it's 8 o'clock Central Time.
6 o'clock Pacific Standard.
There you go.
Because I'm in California.
Yes.
Yep. And
So thank you all.
to Kana.
1 RHPS fan. Good night, everybody. And good night from me and all of us to you.
Night, everyone.